Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Shaheener coming at you with another video. This one is more just like my opinions on stuff. It's basically going to be a tier list of my favorite Pokemon in Generation 1, just based on design. It's not based on stats, not based on competitive. I'm too stupid to really comprehend that kind of stuff, so just more of what I think of like what looks good, like which ones I enjoy more personally, and just put them on a list. I just made a tier list really quick on tiermaker.com, so you can check the link down below if you want to make your own. You could send it to me over at Twitter. I'm at Twitter/Shaheener, or at Shaheener, whatever you want to call it. I don't really use Twitter, but if you want to, you can send it over to me, or just let me know in the comments if my opinions are wrong, but they're still just my opinions. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so we are going to be doing a tier list with all the forms, so Mega Evolutions, Gigantamax, Hisuian forms, other regional variants, and yeah, you can see with the Hisuian Arcanine and Electro that they have a white background on them. Apparently the image that I had just wasn't working, like it wasn't uploading, so yeah, I just had to like convert them to a JPEG and then post them, so unfortunately they don't have a transparent background, so again, you're going to have to bear with me on it. So let's get into it. We're going to start at the top with Bulbasaur. We're going to end with Mew over here. And I'm pretty sure I got everything, but if I missed anything, then I'm sure that somebody in the comments will let me know. If anybody comments. Wink, nudge. Okay, so honestly, like, the first 9 Pokemon are pretty much all going to be S tier in my opinion, at least the original designs. Bulbasaur is just classic. Like, it's the most classic Pokemon design, or one of the most classic, and I feel like Bulbasaur is just underappreciated in the whole scheme of things. I think that Bulbasaur should have gotten more credit. I think that the true intellectuals use Bulbasaur as their starter in Gen 1. So I gotta put Bulbasaur in S rank. So Ivysaur, I just feel like the mid stages for Pokemon, especially in a 3-stage evolution like this, is that they're either pretty good or they're really, really bad. And I think Ivysaur is really good. I feel like that the mid-stage Gen 1 Pokemon, they have really good designs. They're not too awkward. I'm going to put Ivysaur in the... Fuck it, I'm putting an S. Venusaur, come on. It goes without saying. Venusaur is just perfect. It's just a perfect design, perfect Pokemon. And also, whenever I think of Venusaur now, I just think of my friend Bono's team on Pokemon Coliseum, where he had a Venusaur without a Grass-type move. So... Bono, get on your shit if you see this video. But S rank. Mega Venusaur. So the Megas, I didn't really think too much of in the general scheme of things. I think Mega Venusaur is alright. It could be better. I don't hate it, but I'm not in love with it. So I'm going to throw Mega Venusaur in B. Gigantamax Venusaur, and then same thing with Gigantamax. I never really thought too much about Gigantamax Pokemon, or just like the alternate forms like that. Regionals I've definitely thought of more, but not the like Megas and Gigantamax, so...
Gigantamax.
Venusaur, probably get up to C. It's tolerable. I don't hate it, but could be better. Charmander is classic. Like, it's just nice little design. You can tell it's like a little baby, has a little rounded head over here. But yeah, I'll have to put Charmander in S, because if I don't, then I'll probably get crucified. And Charmeleon, yeah, I'm putting Charmeleon S. Do I really have to say anything on Charizard? In my opinion, I think in terms of design, Charizard is probably in the top 5 best designed Pokemon. I mean, yeah, it's just a dragon, but I feel like the simplicity of Charizard's design is perfect. And I feel like that a lot of the newer Pokemon these days, like design-wise, kind of miss the mark, where they're like over-designed. There's like too many like scales and armor and all this shit like that. And I feel like that Charizard is just like the best of just simplicity, I guess. So Charizard is definitely S. Mega Charizard X and Mega Charizard Y. I just like with the blue flames and just looks a little more sinister than the other Charizards that I gotta put in the S rank. So, Mega Charizard Y, I think looks more of a natural evolution for Charizard. I do feel like it's kind of boring compared to X, so I gotta put in A. Gigantamax Charizard. This one, I honestly thought was pretty cool. I really like the fire wings on it, and... yeah, I don't know what else there is to say about it. It's big old Charizard. The next one is Squirtle, and it's great simple design. It's a turtle, has a squirrel tail. What more could you say about it? And also looks cool in sunglasses. S rank. So, Wartortle, I think out of the mid evolutions for the starters, it's probably my least favorite, but that doesn't mean that I don't love it. So with Wartortle, I'd probably have to put it in... People are probably gonna hate me for this. I'm gonna throw an A. And for Blastoise, I mean, come on. Blastoise is a great Pokemon, just overall. I believe Squirtle was the first Pokemon that I used as my starter in Pokemon Blue when I got it. I think it's because it was like the logo, or like it was the Pokemon on the box art, so I had to go for it. I'll have to put Blastoise in S. Like, there's no way I can't. Mega Blastoise. It looks good. It looks cool. I think I'm gonna have to put it in the... I think I'm gonna have to put it in B. There's just something that just feels a little weird about it. Again, I don't hate it, so don't kill me in the comments, please. Okay, so Gigantamax Blastoise. This one was one that was added in the DLC for Sword and Shield a little bit later on, and I'm kind of just like, it's fine. Like, I don't dislike it at all. I think I'd probably have to put it in B. Caterpie. I really, really like the design of it. I think it's simple. I think it's effective. And it's just cute. Look at him. It's just a little cutie. And also in the anime, it was adorable. So, yeah, I gotta put Metapod. I think is also simple, but I think I'm gonna put Metapod in B. Butterfree is... I mean, typing is fine. Like, it's a natural typing. I think the typing's fine, but just the Pokemon itself, the design is really nice. But I am very frustrated that the shiny isn't the pink Butterfree like they had in the anime. But either way, I'm going to put Butterfree in S. Gigantamax Butterfree, which doesn't grab my attention, but I don't hate it. I think I have to put
Gigantamax
Butterfree in B. Weedle, I don't like as much as Caterpie. I don't care for poison typings as much, but I feel like that with Weedle, it just... Maybe it's just because it has a big nose and it reminds me of myself that I just feel insecure looking at Weedle. I'm going to throw Weedle into... I'm going to put Weedle into... C. Then we have Kakuna, the most formal Pokemon that I could think of right now, because it has this fucking bow tie, which might even just be its little like pincers just tucked in, but to me it looks like a bow tie, so just because of that I'm putting it in A. Beedrill, great design. Even though I'm horrified of bees personally in real life, I'm horrified of bees, but I do like Beedrill's design. I think it's very effective. It definitely looks something like at least natural enough for the Pokemon world, where it's not wearing like clothing and has like a belt and shit like that. So I'm gonna have to throw Beedrill in. I'll throw it in S. Mega Beedrill, great freaking design. I really, really like Mega Beedrill's design. It looks menacing. I'm horrified of it. I'm honestly scared of it, and I would hate to see this walking out in the fields. So yeah, S. For pure fear alone. Pidgey, again, it's simple. It's effective. It's a bird. Like, what can you say about it? It's a burb. And I'm gonna have to put Pidgey in A. Pidgeotto. I think it's because I loved watching the anime as a kid, but Pidgeotto just looked badass. It's like that teen, like, I'm too cool for school kind of thing. I'm gonna throw that into S. Pidgeot, also, I'm definitely gonna put in S. I feel like with Pidgeot, it was a Pokemon that I want to say that I had on a team at some point, but I also feel like I didn't want to bother grinding to get it. But I've always felt like it was just like an elusive Pokemon when I was a kid. But now it's like, grind a little bit or give it a bunch of experience candies. Either way, S for Pidgeot. Mega Pidgeot is fine, again, but meh, it's okay. I'm gonna throw in C. Rattata. Rattata. It's a rat. It's definitely a rat. And it reminds me of some people that I've known in my life. No, I like Rattata. Honestly, I really like Rattata's design. I never used it in a team, but I do have a shiny Rattata that I got in Heart Gold. I think I'm gonna put Rattata into S. No, A. I'm putting Rattata into A. Like, there's nothing that's, like, grabbing me as, like, oh my god, wow, it's a rat. Alolan Rattata. I think it's the mustache. Something is throwing me off about it, and it just looks weird. Like, it looks awkward and contrived, so I'm gonna throw it in C. Raticate? Didn't care for it. I feel like that is just meh. And I hated running into these because they are just really annoying in the game. I'm gonna have to throw it into C. Alolan Raticate. Garbage. The cheeks look stupid. Its face looks stupid. I don't like it. It's F. Spearow, I feel like was a weaker version of Pidgey. Like, not in terms of strength, but in terms of design. I think that there's a lot to be desired about it, but I'm gonna throw it into C. Fearow, I just don't care for. I don't like the shit on its head. It looks like a turkey. It just looks weird. I don't like it. I'm gonna throw it into G. Ekans. Did you know that Ekans, spelled backwards, is snake? Whoa! Ekans is fine. It's literally just a snake. There's nothing gripping about it. It's just a snake. I'm gonna throw into D. Arbok. Do you know that Arbok spelled backwards is Cobra? Whoa! If you have any other obscure Pokemon facts, let me know in the comments. Arbok, I think, is alright. I think it's a fine design. I don't dislike it at all. I'm gonna throw in a B. Pikachu is just classic. And also, that transformation lost a lot of weight in the past few years, and I'm proud of it for sticking to it. So I gotta put Pikachu in S. Like, it's the most iconic Pokemon in the world. One of the most iconic mascots in the world. So it's like, how could I not put into S? Okay, so Gigantamax Pikachu. Just putting on a few more pounds. Gained the freshman 15 over here. But also, it's amazing. I love Gigantamax Pikachu, and I actually have the figure of it from the Celebrations box. So, of course, I gotta show some respect. Show some respect for Chonky Pikachu. So I gotta throw an S. Raichu. I think it's great. I think it's a good, natural-looking evolution from Pikachu, and it's great in the game as well. I really, really like Raichu. S. Next up, Alolan Raichu. And this is definitely something that I could appreciate. I like the fact that it has a psychic typing. Yeah, I really, really like Alolan Raichu. But it's not like the most mind-blowing thing ever, so I'm gonna put in the A. Sandshrew. I've always liked Sandshrew. I think that is a little cute design. I don't know, a little cute little mousy boy. Or shrew, as I should say. It's a rodent. I'm gonna throw in the A. Alolan Sandshrew. Yes, on the ice types. Bring more ice types in, please. It's my favorite type, and I feel like that they don't get their proper respect. Alolan Sandshrew is A. Sandslash. Great design. Looks really badass. I love the little blades on its hands over here. It'll like burrow in the shish, and I'm going to throw Sandslash into S. Alolan Sandslash. Also a great Pokemon. Also great design. It's Ice-Steel type, if I remember correctly, and I think that's decent typing. I think that it gets killed by ground types, though, ironically, with its normal, like, the Cantonian form being ground. So I gotta put Alolan Sandslash. I think I'm putting an A. And then we're gonna go to Nidoran Female. I think the Nidorans are fine. I think I gotta put Nidoran Female into B. Nidorina I do like. I do like the design of Nidorina. I do like its shiny form as well. I think I'm going to put Nidorina into A. Nidoqueen is just a boss. Like, she's just amazing. Like, shout out to Nidoqueen. We're going to throw Nidoqueen into S. Okay, Nidoran Male. I do like Nidoran Male. I do like it a little bit more than Nidoran Female, but just by slightly, I think it's because they're a little more prevalent when I was going through my playthroughs as a kid. Yeah, I'm going to throw into A. Okay, Nidorino. I can take it or leave it. I like Nidorina more than Nidorino. And I think I'm going to put Nidorino into B. Nidoking is just, he's a fucking boss. Like, he's a legend. Love Nidoking's design. Although it is funny to see now and how short Nidoking is based on the Pokedex. He's a lot shorter than I thought he'd be. But I feel like that Nidoking should be like 9 feet tall or something like that. But either way, Nidoking is S. Clefairy, I think, is a cute design. I do like it. I also appreciate that they now have the fairy type for it because now it's fitting with its name. I'm going to put Clefairy into A. Clefable, I think, is fine. I think it looks natural going from Clefairy, but it doesn't grip me as much, so I'm going to throw in a B. Vulpix, great design. I love Vulpix. Also, fire types I feel like are underappreciated in the grand scheme of things as well, so I'm going to put Vulpix in S. Alolan Vulpix, I feel the exact same way, is that ice types, I don't remember if Alolan Vulpix is also fairy type as well, but just for the fact that it's ice and also that it looks cute and I love it, I'm going to throw it into S. And Ninetales is great design as well. Although, I mean, I can see some similarities between Vulpix and Ninetales. There really isn't much visually, so evolution-wise, it could be a bit of like an unnatural jump. But I do like it. I do like the simplistic design of Ninetales, and I'm going to throw it into S. Alolan Ninetales is also great. Maybe I have a bias towards ice types, but I like how whimsical it is and how just like wispy its fur is and the tails and whatnot. So I'm going to throw that into S. Jigglypuff is a pretty good design. I do like Jigglypuff. I do like how funny it was in the anime. I never used one myself, maybe because I never really used too much two-stage Pokemon. I don't dislike Jigglypuff. I think I'm going to throw Jigglypuff into A. Then Wigglytuff, I like Jigglypuff a lot more. I feel like it suffers the same fate as Clefairy, so I'm going to throw in a B. Then Zubat. So many Zubat that I've run away from and I've battled over the years. And I've been trying my best to find a shiny Zubat in Let's Go, or at least when I was playing Let's Go and Shiny Hunting. And I never found one. Maybe I should do that again on twitch.tv/Shaheener. So go check it out. No, I like Zubat's design. Simple and effective, and I'm going to throw it into A. Okay, Golbat. I don't care for Golbat all too much. It just does nothing for me. I just feel like it's more of a nuisance than anything. I'm going to throw in a B. Oddish, I think, is fine. It doesn't do anything wrong. It just lives its best life. And that's all we could ask for, right? All we want to do is to live our best lives. And Oddish is definitely that. Gloom is I could take or leave it. It just seems like a really awkward, like, in-between. And I feel like that if it were a person, it'd be named, like, Gertrude or Melvin or something like that. Something nerdy. So I'm going to throw Gloom over here. Vileplume is great. I freaking love Vileplume. And I'm going to throw Vileplume into S. Paris, I don't care for it at all. I like its backstory, but I just don't care for the design. Although it has redeemed itself a little bit in Legends for being a lot more aggro. So I think I'm gonna put Paris into. I'm gonna throw into C. And we're gonna go over to Parasect, which I feel like suffers the same fate. I don't care for it. Backstory's cool. Legends, it's more aggro, and I like that. So we're gonna throw into C as well. Venonat, I feel like is underappreciated, even though I don't really care too much for poison types. I do like Venonat's design. I do like it. I never used one, but I do appreciate Venonat. I throw Venonat into, I'll throw it into A. And same with Venomoth. I feel like Venomoth was very underappreciated, and it wasn't used all too much outside of the Fuchsia Gym. So I'm going to put Venomoth into A. Diglett is a mystery, and I love it. You don't know what's under the ground. Like, could it be, like, just a little bit of extra legs? Could it be a whole body? Could it be a whole ecosystem of just Diglett? But either way, it is adorable, and I love it, and I'm going to throw it into S. And Alolan Diglett, I think, is good. I do like the little hairs that are sprouting out, look kind of like Alfalfa from the Little Rascals. But it's just, I'll throw it to A. Then Dugtrio. Dugtrio is good, but I do feel like it's kind of lazy for just having 3 of them together. But I do like it. I don't hate it. I'm going to put Dugtrio into B. But Alolan Dugtrio, those luscious locks? I mean, come on. Like, I wish I could grow hair like that. So I'm going to put Alolan Dugtrio into S. Like, it's just great. Like, it's a lot better. I think that's what the regular Diglett needed, was just a fresh dew. You know? Meowth. I'm fine with Cantonian Meowth. I think it's fine. I don't dislike it. Also, very funny in the show and in the movies. So I'm going to throw Cantonian Meowth into A. Alolan Meowth, I could take or leave. I'm kind of just whatever about it. I'm indifferent. So I'm going to throw it into C. Galar Meowth. I don't like it. I really don't like Galar Meowth. I've aired my grievances enough to my friends, and I'm sure that they're sick of me talking about it. I'm putting Galar Meowth into F. It just looks weird. I don't like it. It looks like something from Where the Wild Things Are. The Gigantamax Meowth is great. It looks like Longcat, the meme. I love it. I'm going to put that on the screen. So, yeah. Gigantamax Meowth, we're thrown over here. It's perfect. Perfect. God, help me. Persian is fine. I think it's a good design. It's definitely a cat, so I got to put it into B. Alolan Persian is horrible looking. Its head is way too round. It just looks unnatural. I really don't like it. It grosses me out. I'm throwing an F. Psyduck is fine. Funny in the show. It's a fine Pokemon. I do like it shiny that it's blue. So I gotta put that one in A. Golduck is wasted potential. Is that it looks cool, but it's shiny. It's just a deeper blue. It couldn't have been like yellow to like swap colors with Psyduck. And it's also not psychic type, but it uses a lot of psychic moves. That's just wasted potential. I'm throwing that into I'm gonna throw that into C. We're gonna go to Mankey after that. And I like his little pig nose. And also I like that it's half monkey. And so I'm gonna have to put Mankey into B. Primeape, I think I have a bias towards Primeape because I had the VHS of the episode of Pokemon where Ash had the Primeape for a little bit and then he gave it away. And he didn't follow up on his promise to go get it. It's still technically his, and he didn't release it. He just let it for training. So he still needs to go back, and he's definitely abandoned it. For what it's worth, I love Primeape's design. It's an S tier. Growlithe is great design. I really, really, really like Growlithe. And there's really nothing bad I could say about Growlithe. It is just adorable puppy. So I'm going to throw it into S. Hisuian Growlithe. I think it's cute. And it looks like a little sheepdog. I'm going to throw that into A. Arcanine is just incredible. I love Arcanine's design. It's just a big old dog. Looks super cuddly, but also looks like it could kick your ass. So I'm going to throw Arcanine into S. The Hisuian Arcanine, I could take or leave it. I feel like that there wasn't anything interesting about it. It just felt a little bit derivative. So I'm going to throw Arcanine into, or Hisuian Arcanine into B. Poliwag, I think is fine. I've seen a lot of these in the past month with Magikarp March. I don't have a shiny though, oddly enough. And despite that time of me streaming, like I didn't find any shiny Poliwags. I do like Poliwag's design, and I also like that it goes into just full Toad mode at the end. So I'm gonna throw Poliwag into A. I like Poliwag. Poliwhirl I think is fine as well. I don't think that it suffers from that mid-stage, like adolescent, like awkward phase. I do like Poliwhirl a lot. I'm gonna throw Poliwhirl into A. Poliwrath is... Oh, I love Poliwrath. I really, really like Poliwrath, but I don't remember if I ever used one. I don't think I ever used a Poliwrath. I mean, I could be wrong, but I can't remember if I did, but I do like the design, and I'm going to throw that in S. Abra, I think, is good design. I do like Abra. I do like the looks of it. I only dislike the fact that it's just so quick to flee the battle that it's hard to get one, because Alakazam is just one of the best in Gen 1, like, of all time. But I'm going to throw Abra into A. Kadabra. Oh my gosh, I love Kadabra, and it sucks that they basically hindered the making of Kadabra cards because of the I'm not going to say his name, but there's a person that claimed that Pokemon is using his likeness to make the Kadabra design and said, don't use this or else I'm going to sue and all that, and so they haven't made a Kadabra card in a very, very long time, and I think that is about time that they bring it out. Because even the guy was like, oh, use it. It's fine. I love Pokemon. I'm sorry. I love Kadabra. We're putting it in A. Alakazam. It's just a perfect Pokemon. Except its defense kind of sucks. But, I mean, with such a galaxy brain, that's fine. I could accept it. The only thing is that I didn't have one as a kid because I didn't have friends to trade with. But design-wise, S tier. Mega Alakazam. This is the epitome of galaxy brain. Like, I feel like I'm just gonna, you know, just vibe in my brain and all the eons of human life. Get a S tier. Machop, I think it's good. I don't know what those things are in its head, but I feel like that if it were to hit me with a headbutt, then I'd probably have a bunch of cracked ribs. But I'm going to throw Machop into B. Machoke. I feel like Machoke and Machamp have an unnatural kind of part about them of like the belt and the spandex. Just, how do you naturally get that as a Pokemon? And, like, how do all of them have the exact same belt and exact same spandex? Like, it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit unnatural. I do like Machoke, but that's just off-putting. I'm going to put it into C. Machamp is great. I really, really like Machamp. I've used Machamp a couple times, but I feel like that just, the belt and the spandex just seem a little bit weird. Had it not had that, it'd be S tier, but I'm going to just throw into A. Now we're going to go to Gigantamax Machamp, and I also really like it. Maybe I could possibly understand it having the belt as it becomes like a gigantic form. It just seems like it was something that was made by a human. I'm going to throw into A. Bellsprout. There's nothing really I could say about it. It's just a nice little plant. I'm going to throw Bellsprout into B. I'm going to throw it in a B. Weepinbell. This one is a popular one amongst my friends, and I really don't know why. I think it's fine. I don't think it's offensive at all, and I think it's a good evolution from Bellsprout. I'm going to throw it in a B. And Victreebel. Victreebel, I think, is nice. I think it's a good cap of the evolution line of Bellsprout. And I actually like it a little bit better than the other ones, so I'm going to put it in A. Tentacool, it's kind of annoying. It's like the Zubat of the water. I'm going to throw it into B. I think Tentacruel is fine. I think it's a little more menacing. It's a little more intimidating than Tentacool. I think I'm going to have to put Tentacruel into A. Geodude. He's cool. I like Geodude. I don't have any qualms against Geodude. It's just a rock with arms. I'm going to throw that into A. Alolan Geodude kind of looks like the car wash owner from Breaking Bad because of its eyebrows, and I like that, and I think it's kind of funny. So I'm going to put that into A. Graveler is okay. It's not like mind-blowing design. I think it's fine. It looks cool, but it's not generally a Pokemon that I'm like that's in my top 10 list. So I'm going to put it into B. Alolan Graveler I don't care for, so I'm going to put it into C. Golem is great. Golem is S tier. I freaking love Golem. Although it is annoying though in Legends when it just explodes on you just unprovoked. So like it runs up to you, it does self-destruct, and then you're just like, okay, I'm like half dead already. Alolan Golem is fine. It looks like it has just a giant taser on its head, which is kind of funny. I think I'm gonna throw it into B. Ponyta is great, and its shiny is better, so I'm gonna throw an S. Galar Ponyta is adorable. I wish it had the fairy type with it too, other than being just psychic. But design-wise, I love that purple and blue aesthetic. It looks like cotton candy. I'm gonna throw it into S. Rapidash, great Pokemon. Looks majestic as hell. I wish its shiny looked a little bit better. I wish it had the blue mane like Ponyta does. But for what it's worth, I still love it. I'm gonna throw it an S. Galar Rapidash is really cool. I don't care for it as much as the others, but I do really like it. I'm going to throw in an A. Slowpoke is blessed. Slowpoke is a blessed Pokemon. And anybody that knows of Slowpoke's existence is blessed in and of themselves. So I'm going to throw Slowpoke into S. Galar Slowpoke. Just when you thought that he's out of the game, nope. He has some cousins and brethren. So I'm going to throw Galar Slowpoke in S. Just by virtue of being a Slowpoke. Slowbro. I mean, come on. Bruh. It looks cool. It finally stood up. It has the Shelder, the morphed Shelder on its tail. And it's cute. It looks doofy. And I like it. I'm going to throw that into... I'm going to throw that in A. Or S. I don't know letters. Mega Slowbro is alright. I do like the fact that the Shelder kind of took over. But I feel like that there's more that they could have done with it. But I feel like that they perfected that with the Galar Slowbro. So I'm going to throw Mega Slowbro into A. And Galar Slowbro into S. That fucking cannon on its hand, that is so dope. And it's also poison type as well. That's just, I love it. Magnemite. It's a really cool design. I like it. It looks cool. I'm not saying anything else about it because it'll sound pretentious and sound dumb. But I like Magnemite a lot. I'm throwing into S. Okay, now we're at Magneton. I think it's like Dugtrio. It's kind of lazy. But I do like Magneton. But I think it's lazy. I'm going to throw it into B. Alright, now we got Farfetch'd. Cantonian Farfetch'd. And this one, I remember getting a shiny of it on Crystal on the Virtual Console. I think it's okay, but I feel like that there's wasted potential on Cantonian Farfetch'd, which got realized with Galar Farfetch'd. So, I'm going to put it in B. And by wasted potential, I mean that it should have had an evolution. I think Galar Farfetch'd is almost no different from Cantonian, so I'm going to throw it in B. But Surfetch'd was realized potential for it, so I'll get into that in the 8th video, assuming that I continue these, assuming that people like them. Yeah, and let me know if you like these kind of videos. Like, I was thinking about doing these once a week, maybe, or just once every, like, little increment of time, like 2 weeks. I don't know. Doduo. I like Doduo. I think it looks silly. I think it's just goofy, and I think it's cute, and I'm going to throw it in A. I like Doduo. Dodrio, on the other hand, it's okay. Like, I don't like it as much as Doduo, but I don't hate it, so I'm going to throw it into B. I've said this enough on streams and around my friends. I don't like Seal. I don't like Seal, and I don't like Dugong, purely in terms of design. Type-wise, I like it. It's ice and water, and ice type, as I said earlier, is, like, my favorite type. But it's so freaking lazy. It's just a basic-ass Seal, and literally the name is Seal, and they just changed the A to another E. It's super lazy. I just can't stand it. F. Dugong is not much better. I mean, yeah, it's not much better. Honestly, I think it's about the same, honestly. I'm just going to say it. I think they're the same. I think that they're both lame. So I'm going to put them both in F. Now we're going to go to Grimer, which I do like Grimer. I think it looks silly. It looks goofy. I'm going to throw it into B. It doesn't blow my mind or anything. It's just a blob of poison, but I like it. Alolan Grimer, I think, is about the same. Like, I can't really say much else about Alolan Grimer. So, B. Muck. I do like Muck. I think also biased because of the anime, because I watched that episode a lot as a kid, and I thought that Muck was adorable. So I'm going to put Muck in A. But Alolan Muck. Alolan Muck is great. I love it. Poison Dark. Just a lot of colors. Actually uses pink in a natural case. Just looks like oil under reflective light. And so I'm going to throw Muck into, or Alolan Muck into S. I love Alolan Muck. And it was like my favorite Pokemon to use in Sun and Moon. Shelder, I think, is cute. I like the little tongue. It's just like, Yeah, I'm going to throw Shelder into A. Cloyster, there's something gripping There's something enticing about a cloister. I'm not sure what, but also my friends seem to like this one a lot for some odd reason. I'm gonna throw cloister into S. Ghastly. I like Ghastly a lot. It's spooky. It's scary. I wish its shiny was better, but for what it's worth, I think Ghastly is a great Pokemon, and so I'm going to throw it into A. Now, here's some more bias because of the anime, I'm guessing, but I really like Haunter's design. It's just freaky as hell, and it's just... It creeps me out, but in a good way. You know, your boy likes to be creeped out. That's so stupid. I'm going to throw Haunter into S. Gengar is one of the best Pokemon, not only in terms of design, but just everything about it. All of its traits are perfect. I freaking love Gengar. I love everything about Gengar. I'm going to throw Gengar easily into S. Mega Gengar, I feel like, is in that same category. I think anything related to Gengar is just great. It looks sinister. It looks like unnaturally natural enough. And it's shiny. The shiny Mega Gengar is awesome. I had a shiny Haunter from Pokemon X, and I evolved it to Gengar, and I had the Mega Stone. But then, a couple weeks later, they announced the distribution for the shiny Mega Gengar, which annoyed me, but it's all good, now I got two of them. Gigantamax Gengar. This looks freaky as hell. I would be horrified if I saw this in battle. And also, I like the fact that they made a sleeping bag of it, and I really want that, but I think that'd be too big and fat for it. So, S. Onix is great. It's a rock snake. What more can you say? It was the biggest Pokemon up until the next generation when it had an evolution with Steelix. But I love Onix. I do wish, though, that its shiny was like the Crystal Onix in the anime. But for what it's worth, I'm going to throw Onix into S. This is great design. Drowsy is weird. I don't want to say that I hate its design. I think it's fine. It's tolerable, but it still just gives me weird vibes. See. Hypno is also like that, but less so. Also, we have like the same like nose, so that kind of also just hits a little bit close to home. I'm going to throw into D. Krabby is great. Yeah, shout out to Krabby. Shout out to Kingler. Kingler's an S tier. One of the best Pokemon designs in Gen 1. And it's one of my personal favorites. Crabhammer's a top tier move. And also the foam beard of Gigantamax Kingler is just amazing. I love it. And yeah, the whole Krabby line goes into S tier. Voltorb, I want to say that I hate it because of how lazy design is. It's just a Pokeball with eyes. But I can't. I just can't hate it. It looks menacing. It looks like it'll kick my ass. I'm going to throw it into B. And the Hisuian Voltorb is pretty much the same way. I do like it, so I'm going to throw it into B. Electrode and Hisuian Electrode are also the exact same. You just flip it around and there you go. I mean, it's a little bit lazy, but I don't hate it. So I'm going to throw this here, throw that here. Execute. It's a bunch of eggs. I don't know how it evolves naturally into Executor. It's kind of weird. I'm going to put it in C. I like Executor's design. It's an unnatural transition from Execute to Executor, but I really, really like his design. I'm going to throw it in A. But Alolan Executor is just a top tier. It's great. And I like the fact that they brought it back from its original design from, I think it was like 1996 or something that was released that had like a tall ass Executor. I like Cubone. Its story is sad, but I do like it. And I'm not sure how I feel about it being the alleged child of a Kangaskhan. I just don't know where I stand on that. Just because it has the Marowak evolution. But for what it's worth, I'm going to throw Cubone to A. Marowak, I really, really like Marowak. And Bone Rush and Bone Meringue are great moves. It looks cool. It looks badass. I'm going to throw it into S. And same with Alolan Marowak. I really like Alolan Marowak, and I love its typing, so I'm going to throw it in here. Again, I feel like fire types are underappreciated. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan are both fantastic. I love both of them. I personally like Hitmonchan over Hitmonlee, but I think that's purely based off of the anime. But I like them pretty much equal. Like, it's almost indiscernible. Lickitung is fine. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I think it's fine. So whenever I say that, it pretty much just means it's going to be B tier. Coughing's good design, though. I like Coughing. I'm going to throw that into A. Wheezing, I feel the exact same way as Coughing. Not as much as I feel about like Magnemite to Magneton, where it's just the same things put together. Because this one actually looks like it's just like a mutation on its body. So I'm going to throw Weezing into A. Galar Weezing looks like Doug Dimmadome. I'm going to put Galar Weezing into A with them as well. It's kind of funny. Also, I have a shiny one, so I'm happy about that. Rhyhorn is nice. I like Rhyhorn. I'm going to throw into A. It's a good design. It's pretty solid. Rock solid. Rhydon is the first Pokemon allegedly designed by the development team. I don't remember if it was Junichi Masuda or Satoshi Tajiri that made it, but Rhydon is a great design. I'm going to throw it there. It's like the most classic of classics. Chansey, I think, is great as well. I like it, the egg. Throw that in S. Tangela reminds me of the Martian from the Looney Tunes, Marvin the Martian, but not in a bad way. I think it also looks like Play-Doh spaghetti. So we're going to throw the Play-Doh spaghetti into A. Kangaskhan. I think it's fantastic. I think it's great. There's nothing bad I could say about Kangaskhan. I'm going to throw it in S. Mega Kangaskhan, I feel like it's kind of lazy. Basically, it jumps out and its ears grow bigger. Like the baby jumps out and the ears grow bigger everywhere. But for now, I'm going to throw it into D. Had that been the regular Kangaskhan, I'd be fine with it. Like a form change. Or not a form change, like an ability where it just pops out. Nah. Horsey, I think, is cool. I never used one. And I feel like I should, especially with Kingdra. But I felt like it was just so late in the game that it just wasn't worth it. But I really do like Horsey. I'm going to throw Horsey into A. Seadra, on the other hand, is excellent. I love Seadra's design. S. I appreciate Goldeen, but it's not mind-blowing. I'm going to throw it into B. I really do like Seaking, though. I really like Seaking's design. Definitely takes more of that koi fish approach. I'm going to throw it into A. Staryu and Starmie, I really like. I know, like, some of my friends don't care for the design all too much, but I really, really like them. I'm going to throw those into S, personally. Mr. Mime freaks me out. I think it's creepy. I'm unsure about it, but I don't completely hate it. I wouldn't put it on my team. Galar Mr. Mime, I kind of like that it tap dances. It's kind of funny, so I'm going to throw into C. I like it slightly more than the original one. Also, that is Ice type. That's kind of cool. Scyther is... No, I don't even need to say anything. Scyther's S. Jinx is okay. I'm going to throw Jinx into C. I'm neutral about Jinx. Electabuzz is great. Electabuzz, Magmar, Scyther. That's a great trifecta right there. I mean, quadfecta if you want to add Pinsir. But all those Pokemon are fantastic. I love it. And also I love that Magmar has a little butt on its head. It's kind of funny. Pinsir. Amazing Pokemon. I love Pinsir. Although I didn't use it for the first time until it had a Mega Evolution. And I think Mega Pinsir is one of my favorites, if not my favorite. Although I'll probably correct myself later on if I see anything else. But I really, really, really like Mega Pinsir. It just looks evil. It looks evil. It looks menacing. It looks like the devil. Tauros is cool. I like Tauros. Doesn't blow my mind, but I like it. I'm gonna throw an A. Magikarp is just... Like, if anybody says anything bad about Magikarp, then they're out. Basically, Magikarp is S tier in every category you could possibly think of. And Gyarados is right there with it. They're just classics. Mega Gyarados, though, I am very indifferent about. It looks like a tempura shrimp. I feel like that is kind of waste of potential. And I feel like it should have been a water dragon instead of water dark. So I'm going to put it into C. Lapras is S tier. No question about it. Lapras is... And especially it's shiny as well, is great. But yeah, Lapras is just amazing, amazing Pokemon. Gigantamax Lapras, I think it's fine. I'm going to throw it in B. Ditto is... It's so crucial to have a Ditto. I mean, I think the story of it's kind of cool, but also just in the game, it is so important to have a Ditto. It's like having a first aid kit. Eevee, I feel like they're really trying to shoehorn it in as a second mascot with Pikachu, and I think it's kind of annoying. I mean, I do like Eevee, but I feel like it's just a blank canvas. So I'm going to throw it in A. Gigantamax Eevee, again, just trying to force the whole mascot thing. I'm going to throw Gigantamax Eevee into C. The Evolutions they're all S tier, in my opinion. And so I have nothing bad to say about any of the Evolutions. I feel like the Thinking Man chooses Vaporeon as its favorite, at least between the three. I feel like most people usually end up choosing Jolteon because of its speed. Flareon, I feel like is waste of potential. As a fire type, I feel like that they just wasted too much potential on it, and it could have been better. Yeah, at least out of the three, my personal favorite probably ends up being Vaporeon. Porygon is S tier. Cool design. Its shiny is amazing. Now we're on to the fossils. Ammonite's a great Pokemon. Had it not been for the meme of Praise Helix, I wouldn't have thought much about it. But then I looked at it again and I was like, yeah, he's kind of cute. I like that. I'm going to throw the Helix into A. Omastar, it just looks weird. I'm going to throw it into C. Kabuto is S tier. That was one of my favorite design Pokemons when I was a kid. And Kabutops I never got because I didn't want to grind it and I never used it on the team, but I think Kabutops is definitely in top 10 designs in Generation 1. Aerodactyl is amazing. I feel like it goes without saying, going straight into S. Mega Aerodactyl looks like Surge Tankian from System of a Down, and I feel like it's almost unnatural in how the rock formations on his body I feel like are just unnatural. I'm gonna throw in a B. Snorlax is S tier. One of those iconic designs, iconic Pokemon, and also we got a shout out by Gigantamax Snorlax. Got it on my shirt. Put that in S tier. Okay, and then basically from here on out, honestly, I'm just going to throw all of these into S. Like, I don't really need to explain myself. The birds are birds. I love all of them. My personal favorite, it used to be Zapdos, but then I realized how great ice types are. And Articuno is my favorite of the Cantonian legendaries. But in terms of the Galar birds, Moltres takes the cake. It looks so evil. It looks so menacing. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to retcon my decision a little bit. I'm going to put Galar Zapdos into A. I don't care for it. It just looks too much like the Roadrunner from Looney Tunes. The dragons. The only dragons in the generation. And in the first games, the only dragon-type move was Dragon Rage, which was fixed damage. So they're kind of not that great in Gen 1. And then they got a lot better. But their designs, on the other hand, are excellent. Except Dragonite Shiny is garbage. It's probably one of the intentionally ugliest looking shinies. I wish that it had like that pink aesthetic, or they turned it blue to make it look like the previous evolutions. Mewtwo is, I think that's my favorite design in Generation 1 is Mewtwo. It just exudes cool. Mega Mewtwo X, I don't care for. I could get rid of this one and not think anything about it. I put C. But Mega Mewtwo Y kind of reminds me of Mega Alakazam, where it's like Galaxy Brain. So I kind of like that. And then Mew is allegedly the true creator. So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to scroll through all this over here again. So if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, if there's anything that I missed, let me know in the comments. If you like what you saw, then please hit the subscribe button and also hit like. Share it with people if you like to see what they think. I do have the tier list linked down below, so if you want to fill that out and then send it to me on Twitter at Shaheener, then I will, or on Instagram at Shaheener, I will respond to those. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good one.